News Channel 7. Time for 7 First Alert weather.
Well, one last thing on the smoke. Once the smoke was pushed out last night by the thunderstorms, anybody interested on where the smoke is now, or just forget it, it's out of here? Well, the thing is, as you look at our smoke futurecast, it shows a little bit of smoke that may be lingering deep in some of the Idaho mountains just to the north of Boise. In other words, down into the valleys and some of those mountain locations. Even though the winds went through, it went over a top of some of this smoke. So you can see it here, just to our north. And just to watch it as it moves, it comes close right along the foothills. It's very light though, so it doesn't look like it's going to be too bad. And just to let you know, if you're traveling the next few days on I-84, even into eastern Idaho, northern Utah, west into Oregon, no smoke, okay? Nothing in those areas. So let's talk about the chance of thunderstorms. Those were doozies last night, I will agree. However, I don't think we're going to be seeing something like that for a while anyway. As we look here at the futurecast, you'll see that we see areas of moisture moving up here, especially toward the central mountains in the way of some thunderstorms, even toward tomorrow afternoon. There's a couple of thunderstorms embedded in that, but nothing huge. And then as you look at later tomorrow night, you'll see into early Wednesday morning, because of that unsettled weather, we may have just a few light showers just around the area. Not hitting everybody, but just a few spots, as you notice there. And it's going to be on and off. You're going to see another area of thunderstorms that move into the central mountains. That will be on Wednesday. You'll see some showers here to the south. We could be a hit and miss throughout that area too. Doesn't look like we're going to be getting a lot of rain though, but we could be seeing some light showers along through there. So sorry, it's not going to help you out with your lawn watering or anything like that, but just to let you know that a sprinkle could come by. So that's everything that we have through Thursday at this point, and it is expected to be unsettled at least through Friday at this point, and it's also going to keep those temperatures down. So let's talk about some of those highs for tomorrow. See high temperatures right around 70 degrees for some of the Magic Valley, maybe even a little warmer where Shoshone's up to 74. As you look at Sun Valley, there's 67 degrees, 69 degrees for the high in Haley. Over here to the western mountains, quite a bit of cloud cover over the next several days. We'll see some sunshine, but the clouds will be in and out, and at times it's going to be mostly cloudy. So it keeps the temperatures down with the mostly cloudy conditions as well. And you'll see temps basically into the lower 70s. See a little sun right along through there. The high temperature mountain home tomorrow, 74, Boise, 73. So I think everyone will see a little bit of sun, as well as quite a few clouds moving by, and a chance of just a light shower or even an isolated thunderstorm, but nothing big. So you notice these temperatures get up around 80. This is through Thursday and Friday. We're still a bit unsettled even through Saturday as well as Sunday. So it looks like the big weekend coming up. Yeah, we still could be watching for some of that. We'll let you know how that's going to be taking place as temperatures will be getting close to about 80 degrees. As you look at the 7-day forecast, or excuse me, this is the 10-day temperature outlook. It does keep the temperatures down, even the lower 80s instead of the 90s. So even though it warms up, we might see some 80s as we get into the first part of next week. Now the Magic Valley, as you notice around through here, there'll be some thunderstorms off and on. Right now, we're not looking at anything really large. And when you look at the mountains, that's the spot that could have an isolated thunderstorm. And then as you notice, temperatures will basically be in the 60s for most mountain locations and stay there, the upper 60s, which these temperatures, Doug, are typical to spring.
Sure.
Okay, so they're more in the way of the spring type temperatures that you see, which will come and continue into this next week, and likely even into the following week.
74 is right on average, right?
It is.
Yeah.
It is.
Did your trees survive the wind yesterday?
My trees did, but we had a few little things that kind of blew around through there. But no, we were always very, very fortunate with some of these strong winds.
Yeah.
But boy, you could sure hear them.
Yeah, quite a few people lost some trees.
Yeah.
All right, Rick, thank you.